Traditionally, Tai Chi and Qigong has been a male-dominated practice because of the history in martial arts. But interestingly, through my mother and myself, we're taking a more of a self-nurturing approach to it, about how can we actually put in a loving energy into what we're doing, and how can we bring that into the heart or bring that into the chest, or is there a certain part where we actually hold on to stress? Is it that knot in the stomach? So how can we actually move that stuck energy there, that stuck emotion there, and move it out of the body? And using some of the deep breathing, using visualization, using physical movements. So in that sense, the entire body and the mind is working as one, just for the purpose of health and wellness, of moving that stuck energy out of the body. And it's also very empowering in that sense that, when I put my mind and my body into something, I can actually change physiologically how I feel. The mind is working through the body, and at the same time, we're using the body to actually inform our mind. So listening to signals in the body, for example, if we're, walking through a certain alleyway and really feeling really uncomfortable about this particular situation, instead of ignoring that and thinking, it should be fine, we're actually going to listen to that and think, maybe my body is telling me that this isn't the best place for me. So it's recognizing those kind of signals from the body as well. So I know that oftentimes heightened body awareness and awareness of palpitations is more associated with anxiety, but with a Qigong practice, which is very gentle, and we're training our mind to actually be aware and curious about it in a mindful way, in a way of just noticing aches and pains, or just feeling how does the body feel when I breathe in with the movements and breathe out with the movements. So it's developing a certain kind of awareness that is more mindfulness-based, more curiosity-based. And at the same time, we're actually practicing or building those skills of looking at it through an emotional calm. So when we're actually noticing how we're breathing, we're emotionally very calm about it. And it's also in a very safe environment with a teacher, preferably. I think that there are so many stresses that we have out there right now, and so many opportunities for distraction. But I think the most important thing is to take an experimental attitude. Take an experimental attitude, suspend judgment just for 5 minutes to see, if I try this kind of breathing, if I try not being on my phone for 5 minutes, how does that feel, and what kind of thoughts and emotions come through? And you might notice that you might have more creativity come through. And it's like, I never thought, maybe that's something I want to create this amazing recipe dish tonight instead. And so in that way, developing this sense of stillness and this sense of practice through an experimental lens will maybe provide an opportunity for you to actually try something new that could greatly enhance your life. So personally, for me, when I started practicing every day, finally, in 2018, it enhanced every area of my life, relationally, professionally, cognitively as well. And I'm not just saying that, it was something that's why I'm very committed to my daily practice. Yeah, so just try it out and see if you like it. I don't think it's for everyone. So maybe you just want to do a sitting practice. And lastly, a lot of times people, when they do a Qigong practice, because there's movement, they find it easier to actually anchor their focus and their attention. And so actually after a Qigong movement and after a Qigong practice for 30 minutes, they might feel like, wow, I feel really relaxed. I feel like I can actually sit down now for 15 minutes and do a seated meditation with ease. And so that's also been a really common reality of many people practicing.